Welcome back to Life Full of Zest. We are on day 2 of our 7-day Pilates challenge. I hope you are feeling good and up for 7 days of amazing and beautiful Pilates. We are starting today with a warm-up leading into a full body sequence and finishing off with some amazing static stretches. Let's get straight into it. We're going to be starting at the end of our mats in a seated position. Placing our feet in front of us, legs extended, lengthening and stacking that spine, sucking belly to spine. We're going to inhale, lifting arms up towards our sides, palms facing the ceiling. We're going to exhale. We're going to inhale. And on that exhale, rotate our bodies, our shoulders towards the right-hand side. And inhale, center, just getting a little bit of mobility into that trunk and to the left. Inhale, center, and making sure that you're using your core to rotate that trunk, right rib towards left hip as we turn towards the left hand side. Inhale, center, and left rib towards right hip as we turn to the right hand side. Inhale, center, getting ready to do the pulses. Inhale, exhale to the left, 2 pulses, back to center, and 2 pulses to the right. Inhale, center, exhale, 2 pulses to the left. Inhale, center, and last one on each side. And back to center, bringing palms in front of us, pointing those toes towards the wall in front of us. We're going to inhale. And on that exhale, rolling chin, head, neck, and chest all the way down. Lengthening that body, getting into a rounded C curve. Allow that spine to stretch. Inhale. Exhale, extend. Keeping those knees pushing down into the ground. Inhale. Exhale, extend. Inhale. Pointing those toes, we're going to lift ourselves back up onto that exhale, stacking that vertebra. We're going to bring our ankles shoulder width apart, toes pointing the ceiling now. We're going to extend palms and hands in front of us, palms facing each other. Inhale, exhale, rounding that back into that rounded C curve. Imagine your body's just stretching out. Imagine you have a string going from the bottom of your heels all the way to the top of your neck, and you're just stretching that string out, reaching as far as you can. Bend those knees if you have to, and back up. And we're doing 2 more of these. Deep breath in, exhale down, and inhale up, and last one. Inhale, exhale down, inhale, exhale, reach a little bit further. Inhale, exhale, reach a little bit further. Inhale, exhale, slowly coming back up into a seated position. We're going to place our hands behind us. I want you to use your hands as a stability, but I don't want you to lean too much onto them. I want you to really focus on stacking that vertebra. You're going to lengthen that spine as much as you can. We're sucking in that pelvic floor. We're activating that core. You're imagining like there's a little picket fence just next to your right foot. We're going to inhale, and on that exhale, lift your right foot up and over that picket fence into toe tap or heel tap, and lifting up, over, and heel tap. That's 1. Their back is 1. We're doing 5 altogether, and that's to keep that core tight and try not to lean back. I want you to try and make sure that vertebra is stacked. And last one, after this one, you should be feeling a deep activation into your lower abdominals and into that quad. And up and over and back and down. We're going to change over to the other leg. Inhale, exhale, lift, and come across. That's 1. Core tight, try not to lean back. And up and over and heel tap. That's 2. Keep going. Should be getting a beautiful burn, but like I said, burning's our friend. And 2 more. Last little push. And up and over and back to center. We're going to lengthen that spine, pointing those toes towards the wall in front of us and bringing palms in front of us for inhaling and exhaling, rolling ourselves down one vertebra at a time all the way onto the mat. Just make sure that you are in the center of that mat so that you can roll all the way down, extending arms overhead, lengthening and reaching as far as you can. I want you to imagine there's a rope around your right ankle and your right wrist, and it's pulling you in opposite directions. Allow that body to stretch. Inhale, bring those limbs back in. Extend the left side and reach. Bring those limbs back in, one more on each side. Exhale, extend. And inhale, exhale back to center and lift. Exhale, extend. Inhale back to center. And slowly bringing those hands towards your sides. Lifting those feet up, bending those knees. And making sure that you are in that neutral pelvic positioning, neutral lower back or lumbar curve. Let's suck in that pelvic floor. We're going to bring arms up towards the ceiling, palms facing each other. Inhale, and on that exhale, rolling that pelvis up one vertebra at a time, squeezing those glutes. Keep holding. And inhale, and exhale, slowly lowering down. We're doing 3 of these just to get you used to that spinal articulation. Inhale, exhale, as you're lifting, pushing those shoulders into the ground, but keeping that neutral neck. You're focusing on tilting that pelvis. Inhale, exhale, slowly coming back down, digging those heels into the ground, pulling them towards your glutes. Inhale, exhale, lifting back up. We're going to stay in the air. We're going to keep those hips where they are. Keep that pelvis tilted, activating that core. We're going to slowly lift those right toes off the floor and down, and lifting left toes off the floor and down, and we're alternating. I want you to keep that hip height while you're doing this, and we're just lifting and lowering those toes. Keep going. And down, and right down, lift up. And let's do one more on each side. That's 1. And last one, and down. We're going to bring those toes just a little bit closer towards our glutes so we can lift those heels off the ground. Doing that same thing, squeezing those glutes, making sure we're maintaining a beautiful deep activation. Keeping your hands where they are. Inhale, exhale, right heel tap and lift. Keeping those knees in. I want you to feel that thigh and inner thigh and quad burn. Keep going, keep working. Slow and controlled movements. I want you to feel that deep muscle activation. Keep going. And let's do 2 more on each leg after this one. And 1. I want you to really enjoy that burn. Embrace it. Keeping where you are there. Keeping those heels off the ground. We're going to inhale. And on that exhale, extend arms overhead. Back up to center. Bringing arms into a T position. Squeezing those gaps as we're working. And overhead. Back up into T position. That's 2. We're doing 5 of these. Overhead, keeping those glutes activated. I want you to work really hard to squeeze. And we have 2 more, so let's keep going. And back up, dropping those heels, lifting those hips, to slowly roll those glutes back to the floor, one vertebra at a time. We're going to bring your hands to your sides. We're going to lift right leg off the floor into tabletop position, and then left leg. And we're going to start with single leg toe taps to inhale, exhale, right leg toe tap, inhale up, left leg toe tap, inhale up. We're doing this just as a warm-up, and we're going to do 8. That's 4. Making sure when you're working that pelvis isn't tilting. Please work hard. And last one on each leg, keeping that tabletop position. We're going to bring arms up towards the ceiling. Again, palms facing each other. We're going to inhale, and on that exhale, lower right arm with left leg down towards the floor, back to center. That's 1. And alternate. And 2. And 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. And 8. Keeping those knees where they are. I want your ankles and knees to be in contact with one another, interlacing hands comfortably behind your head, drawing those shoulders open, scaps down that back. Inhale, exhale, rolling head, neck, and chest off the ground, and inhale down. That's 1. Exhale up. 2. And 3. Keep going. And 4. On that 5th one, we're going to lift, hold, and extend those legs, and coming down, making it a little bit harder. We're doing 5 of these. Inhale down, exhale up, and 2, 3, 4, and 5. Keeping your head off the floor, bending those knees into tabletop. Inhale and exhale, toe tap. And 1 and 2. Keep going. Keep that good posture while you're feeling that activation. We've got 2 more. And last one. And slowly rolling head, neck, and chest back down, hugging knees to chest. And just relax for an inhale and exhale. Well done. You should be feeling a beautiful burn going down those abdominal muscles. We're going to drop our feet back onto the floor, sucking belly to spine. I want your heels to be just a little bit closer than 1.5 feet away from those glutes, so about 1 foot away, the size of your foot. We're going to keep those knees a fist width apart and those ankles, and we're going to inhale and exhale, lift those hips up towards the ceiling, keeping those hips exactly where they are. Tilt that pelvis a little bit harder if you can, and we're going to bring our arms up towards the ceiling. We're going to inhale, and on that exhale, extend your right foot and place it outwards to about another foot away. And same thing with that other leg. And you're just going to walk your feet in and out as you're going. So when you feel that slight extension, when you push your foot away from your glute, you should have to work a little bit harder to keep that hip height. And you're going to also find that your hips kind of slant from side to side as you are going. Try and maintain that hip height and that hip alignment. Let's change over to start with the left leg now. Inhale, exhale, left leg out, right leg out, left leg in, right leg in. Keep going. I want you to feel that burn. Keep that core tight. focusing on that muscular activation to maintain that alignment. If you're starting to feel pain into that lower back, then don't go as far. You need to make sure that you are maintaining that activation and that alignment. And back up, keeping where you are, making sure your feet are now 1.5 feet away from your glutes. Lift a little bit higher. We're going to inhale, and on that exhale, bring those knees away from each other, bringing arms into a T position, back to center, into lowering those hips back to the floor. And we're going to do 6 of these, lifting up, opening those knees and arms, back to center, rolling down, slow and controlled. Inhale, exhale, lift up, squeezing, 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 articulating through that spine, opening those knees and arms, and slowly rolling those hips back down. We've got 3 more, breathing as we're going. That's 1, and up, and slowly back down, and lifting back up, bringing those knees away. And the last one, after this one, we're just going to do a few pulsations with those knees, and lifting up, and opening those knees away, and back up, bringing your hands towards your sides. Inhale, exhale, bring those knees away from each other. And 1, and 2, and 3. Keep going. Work really hard not to let those hips drop. 4, 5, 6, 7. Try keep those arches of your feet up. 8, 2 more. 9, and 10. And lifting those hips to inhale and exhale slowly, rolling yourself back down, bringing your feet slightly larger than shoulder width apart, dropping and rocking those knees from side to side, arms in a T position. And back to center, rolling over. Keeping your arms in that T position, extending those legs. We're going to inhale, and on that exhale, lift right leg up towards the ceiling, pointing those toes towards the floor, and lifting opposite arm to lift scap off the ground. And inhale back to the floor. To exhale, lift other leg up. And in attempt to touch those toes, you're getting a hamstring stretch with a core activation. And we're going to do 5 of these on each side. That's 3. Making sure that when you are lowering those legs, that you're still keeping that neutral spine and neutral pelvic positioning. Keeping that core tight. And last one on each side. And down. And lifting those knees up to hug towards your chest. Inhale and exhale. We're going to turn over onto our right hand side. If you struggle with wrist pain, you can stay with your elbow on the floor. The rest of us who are okay with our wrists, have stronger wrists, we can lift our hands onto the floor, fingers facing away from each other. We're going to stabilize and activate those core muscles. I want you to stack your shoulders and stack your hips facing forward. I want those knees, hips, and shoulders all aligned. We're going to inhale, and on that exhale, lift hips off the floor. This top leg, I want you to extend outwards, pointing it nicely, and we're going to bring our other arm into up towards the ceiling. And as we toe tap that leg, we're bringing arm overhead, back to T-point, and lifting, bending heel towards glute, and extend and toe tap. And we're doing 6 of these. That's 2. Exhale, extend back to center, and 3. Try keep that knee height. And 4. And 5. Last one, and we're going to hold for 10 seconds. And lift and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly down. You should be feeling a beautiful activation into your glute closest to the floor, as well as your abdominals, as well as your glute that's facing the ceiling. We're going to keep our elbows now onto the floor and just make sure you're not slumping into that shoulder. We're going to lift this upper leg up towards the ceiling, and I want it bent at a 90-degree angle, and you're imagining like you're kicking and pulsating at a backward 45-degree angle. So let's inhale, exhale, kick back. That's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and very small movement, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 2 more. Then we're going to open that knee outwards like that. So you're bringing that knee up towards the ceiling, opening, working from that hip joint. And 1 and 2. Keep going. We're doing 10 of these. 3, focusing on that rotation. You want to feel a beautiful burn here. 4, 5, keep going. 6, 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. And last one, keeping that ankle and that knee aligned. We're just lifting and lowering. That's 1 and 2. Keep going. Working hard, keeping core tight, keeping aligned. 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7. Keep going. Last little push. 8, 9, and 10. And slowly down. We're going to turn over onto our tummies. We're going to lengthen our arms in front of us, neck in neutral. We're going to inhale, exhale, lift both arms and both legs off the ground, keeping that core tight. And we're holding. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Keep going, keeping those knees off the floor. We're going to rotate our palms towards the floor. Inhale, exhale, squeeze those scaps towards each other, elbows towards each other, rotating those wrists as we extend those arms. As you can see, palms are facing the floor when my elbows are bent, and then facing each other when my elbows are straight. And keep that core tight. Let's do 3 more. Neck in neutral, looking straight onto the mat. And 2. And 3. And extending, lowering yourself down, lifting yourself up into rest position. And back down. And opening that chest to stretch those abdominals. And slowly coming back onto the floor. We're going to lift both arms and legs off the floor again. Now we are bringing knees away from each other, keeping those toes pointed. And as we're doing that, bringing hands into a T position. And I want your palms to face the floor as we move towards the side, and then to face each other as we get to center. That's 3. Keep going. Core tight. 4. And 5. And when you get to that T point, I want you to really focus on squeezing those scaps towards each other. 7. And 8. And we're just going to hold here. Core tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center and hold. Inhale and exhale for another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lowering down, lifting yourself back up into rest position, pushing the shoulders into the ground. And inhale and exhale. We're going to walk our hands over towards the left hand side, pushing that rib, opening that right hand side of your body. I hope you're managing. I'm picking up a little bit of a sweat, but I'm feeling good. Only means that my body's working hard, and it's just a sign of hard work. And back to center, opening that chest, stretching out those abdominals, lifting back up into an all fours position. Wrists comfortably under, shoulders, knees comfortably under those hips. We're going to inhale, and on that exhale, extend right leg out. Inhale, exhale, extend left leg out into front support position for 10, 9. Keep breathing, making sure your heels are above those toes and shoulders are open. Squeezing glutes, squeezing core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, exhale, knee tuck and extend. And left leg knee tuck and extend. That's 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 and 10. And slowly walking your hands towards the center of the mat, rotating that tailbone up towards the ceiling, and keep allowing that stretch to go down those hamstrings, pushing those back of those knees towards the wall behind you. Keep pushing, now pushing your head through your arms. Allow those shoulders to stretch out. And pushing your left heel into the ground as you bend your right knee. And rotate. And rotate. And slowly dropping those knees down into rest position. And inhale and exhale. Let's turn over onto our left hand sides to do our glute sequence. Again, if you struggle with wrist pain or from weak wrists, you can do this with your elbow on the mat. Otherwise, fingers facing away from your body. We're going to inhale and exhale. Lift your hips off the ground, extending and lifting that upper leg. We're going to toe tap while we bring arm overhead. Lift back up and bend that knee. That's 1. Core tight, stacking and aligning those shoulders and those hips. And 2. And 3. We've got 3 more. 4. 2 more. 5. And 6. And lift and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep going. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly coming down and getting that elbow onto the floor. Stacking those hips, knees, hips and shoulders all aligned. We're going to lift that upper leg 90 degrees in that knee and slowly backward 45-degree angle pulsations. And let's inhale, exhale, kick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, keep going, 8, 9, and 10. Keeping that knee height. Ankle now stays where it is. We're rotating that knee up towards the ceiling for 1, 2, suck belly to spine, making sure you're not slumping into that shoulder and that you are still lengthening that torso. 3, keep going, and last little bit, and 3 more. 1, and 2 and 3. And last one, we're lifting and lowering both that knee and ankle for 10 counts. 1 and lift, and 2. Inhale down, exhale up. 3 and 4, keeping that core tight. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Last little push. 10, and slowly down, turning over onto your back and hugging knees to chest for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Interlacing our right knee over our left knee and hugging those ankles towards your body. If you do struggle, just make sure you can at least reach your ankle of your front leg and just pull. As long as you're getting a good stretch into that glute area, we are fine and I'm happy. So keep working. And inhale, exhale. Allow that body to stretch out. And changing over, interlacing your other knee over and hugging those ankles towards your body. And inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. And slowly bringing those feet back over, extending that right leg up towards the ceiling and pointing that toe towards the ceiling. Interlacing your hands behind your knee and hugging that knee towards your chest. I want you to extend your other leg, pointing it also towards the wall below you. And just holding, and inhale and exhale. And bring that knee closer towards your chest if you can. And inhale and exhale, and pointing toes to nose. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Extending that right leg onto the floor, pointing those toes, lifting your left leg, interlacing hands behind that knee, pointing toes towards the ceiling. And inhale and exhale. Keep going. Inhale. Allow that stretch. Bring that knee towards your chest if you can. A little bit more. Walk that hand up those calves. And now pointing toes to nose. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And lifting yourself up into a seated position. I want you to bring your legs into a folded crisscross position, and we're just going to extend right arm overhead, reaching, opening those ribs, pushing those ribs towards the wall next to you, and pushing that right glute into the ground. And allow that side of your body to stretch, and breathing in and out as we're doing it, and slowly reaching towards the outer opposite corner and pulling your hand around towards the other corner and lifting your left arm overhead, opening those ribs, pushing those ribs towards the wall next to you, pushing that left glute into the ground, and breathing in and out, and reaching towards the corner and rotating all the way over towards the other side. Thank you for doing that class with me. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Stay tuned for video 3 of our 7-day Pilates challenge. See you then. If you like that video, hit that like button, and if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. See you soon.